Two Bulls in a China Shop is brought to you in part by our sponsors and friends over at Manscaped, Trade Pro Academy, and Vanta Trading. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming with precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and with a new and improved 2.0 version of the Weed Whacker now available, it's the perfect time to take advantage of our exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping using promo code 2bulls at manscaped.com. As always, that is the number 2. And when it comes to institutional quality trading education, look no further than tradeproacademy.com. In our free Discord server, you'll find instructions to take advantage of our discount with them as well. And for anyone trading futures, check out vantatrading.com. Founded by Mr. W. Banks and Baba Yaga, they provide a ton of educational content with the focus of teaching aspiring traders how to build a repeatable, profitable process. Our exclusive discount code for Vanta can also be found in our free Discord server. We'll have all of those links and more in the episode description. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's conversation.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
92% of households that join Peloton early in the year are still active a year later.
Yeah, if you like cycling to EDM.
Not just EDM. Try cycling to Broadway hits, take a scenic hike in Iceland on our treadmill, or roll to some 80s jams.
Because I have so much free time.
Whether you have 30 minutes or just 5, Peloton can fit any schedule. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton tread, row, or bikes risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Well, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the China Shop. I'm Shopkeeper Dan, and with me, as always, is the inimitable Kyle, creator of financialineptitude.com. Kyle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Enjoyed a nice Friday. Did some chores around the house. Replaced a couple outlets.
It was a good Friday then?
I would say it was a good Friday.
Not a great one.
Not a great one. Just good.
Market was closed, so how good could it be?
Oh, okay. Yeah, good Friday. I get you now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good Friday, I'd say.
Yeah, it's just good, not great.
You can tell I'm not Catholic. How's your weekend going?
Oh, so far so good. So far so good. I spoke to Sue Pullen, now Sue Mackey, and got pre-approved for a mortgage loan here in Vegas.
Oh,
So
exciting.
might end up in a house, a home.
Nothing like a 30-year commitment to debt.
Yes.
Make you feel like a grown-up.
I'm just glad that she still had enough pull in the mortgage scene
To approve you.
Yeah. I got to get in there. Well, Sue's still kicking.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's been a fun weekend so far.
Yeah, I bet.
And other things. Yeah.
All right.
So come on to the shop with us today, folks. Sit back, relax, rage against the hedge machine. We'd like to welcome any new listeners just joining us. We're here smashing our way through a complete set of fine china, sharing our ever-growing strategies for trying to maximize gains and cut losses. And if you are new to the shop and stock trading in general, you can always check out our knowledge and resource centers on financialineptitude.com, or you can give one of our many beginning trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description. But the best place to be is our Discord server. We get on there just about every day. It's full of really awesome, amazing people. It's just a great place to be. And when you do join that free Discord server without any paid tiers or special access areas, make sure you send Kyle a DM with your mailing address so we can mail to you some Smash It Yourself swag straight from the shop. It is by far the highest business expenditure on the books.
Yes, yes, it is.
Giving you wonderful people free things.
Actually, taxes might be up there too. The tax prep for the company is kind of
God damn.
painful.
Damn you. We're not
Right?
making enough money to pay taxes.
I know.
Fuckers. That's how they get you.
I know.
You still have to. Yeah, yeah. I made no money, no income last year, and so I was doing my taxes, and when it got to that point where I was like, wait a minute, I don't even have to file. TurboTax was like, hey, no, you should still pay us and file. I'm like, but I'm not getting anything back. They're still sending me emails. It's not too late to file for an extension. I'm like, I'm not gonna. No, I didn't make enough money to have to file. I'm not gonna file. Fuck you. I'm not getting anything.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, but you can still
jeez.
pay us. You can still pay
I
us some
know,
money.
right?
The IRS still recommends you file.
Don't you get some like gimmies or some like deductions, standard
I
deductions? Like,
I
can't you
would
get money
have
back?
I would have literally had to earn some money,
I
but
see.
because I earned no money
Officially.
officially, no money.
Okay, no money.
I mean,
No money.
you know,
Fair enough.
I
All
don't
right,
think
we should move on before you get yourself in trouble.
Kyle, I wouldn't say I earned anything last year.
That's fair. All right, should we talk
All
about
right,
some show news?
do we got any show news?
Yes. You mentioned the Discord. I'd like to just throw out a PSA for everybody out there. If you're getting DMs from me, we got our first imposter. It was probably
Ooh.
not from me. You can check and see how long he's been on. If it's somebody who joined a month ago, definitely not me. It's still pretty exciting. I was feeling a little left out after seeing how many Vico gets over in Trade Pro Academy and Eric over at ES Invest in his Discord. Like, what about us? So, yeah, we made the big time, Dan. We got imposters.
We did it. And also know that if you ever get a DM from me, it's not me unless it's a joke or sexual in some nature.
Yeah. Please don't harass the members, Dan. Let's see. Other show news. The interview with Baba Yaga from our latest affiliate, Vanta Trading, will be coming out on Monday. The week after that, talked to world champion futures trader Kevin Davey. That episode will be dropping. Kevin Davey. Then after that, we will have the final episode of Trade Runners. That episode is scheduled to record on the 14th at 2 p.m. Central. There's a couple of us from the Discord who are going to be joining in on that. We'll be taking Rich's trading assessment and discussing the results together. So if you want to try to get in on that, shoot me a DM if we've got enough space. I'll get you added to that list.
All right. Fantastic. Yeah,
right.
yeah. Everybody should get on that list.
Right?
It's a good list. It's a great list. Okay. You know what, Kyle?
Yeah.
Kyle, can I just tell you? Today, we have an opinionated, opposable, oppressive show for you today. Lots of market-moving news, plenty of stocks on the radar, and more options than books kicked out of a Florida school library. Folks, we love your messages and comments on Twitter, Facebook, on our Discord. Got that link for you in the episode description. If you're old school, maybe you could just send us an email to the number 2bulls@financialineptitude.com. That's 2bulls@financialineptitude.com, but with using the number 2 instead of the word 2.
All the rest are letters.
If that's not explicitly clear, log on to our Discord, ask us some questions. We'll try to clarify it even more. Reach out to us, though. It doesn't matter why. Maybe you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made. Or maybe the dog you loved for years has turned violent and aggressive against the family. And it's up to you to take that old single-shot rifle and hunt him down, kill him, save the farm.
Sounds like Cujo.
No.
Not
even close.
Let's see. Old Yeller?
Old Yeller.
Yeah,
ding.
I knew off the bat. I thought you might be trying to trick me.
I was trying to trick you by not trying to trick you hard enough.
I know, right? It's like,
Aha! But I
you
was
got me.
too lazy to do a good job.
It's the old double bluff. Gets me every time.
The old t-
All right, if we delayed
Oh,
enough,
oh, yeah.
we have to do the most painful part here.
Wait. What are you talking about?
The bet results.
What bet?
Yeah, we did make one.
I don't recall. This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, at least we get to blame White Boy Rick. But he also was smart and didn't give us a direction, so we can't really blame him either.
Damn it!
We wanted to go long AI. We had 2 entry points that we wanted to get into. It opened above both of those at 33.82 and then printed the most beautiful morning star I've ever seen before completely deflating, blowing through our entries all the way down to like into the 20s.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I went back and listened to the recording because I think we forgot to actually put a stop loss in place.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like something. No.
Yeah, no, we did. We did. We got so excited about picking hard to reach take profits that, yeah, we completely forgot about the downside. So that forces us to use the default 15%, which was also hit on Tuesday, taking our total down to $425 to start off the month.
What bet? This is first I've heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
Is this our worst start of the month ever?
No, we've done way worse.
Oh, okay. Well, does that make me feel better? Huh.
I mean, I've done worse. I think if you look on the Hall of Fame page of the bad bet picks, I think I have the one that like opened, like on the open, it dropped and like wiped out 15% like within seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
So we've done worse. Random did not do worse. He went with RYI, opened the week at 36.01 on Monday, closed at 34 even. So Random had a drawdown as well, but not nearly as bad. Random sitting at 472.09.
That's not low enough.
No, it's not low enough.
How we get that lower?
Yeah. So now since we lost 15%, we're gonna need a lot more than that to make up. So
we're gonna need 30%.
At least probably. We're gonna need a good pick this week.
Okay. All right. I'm on it.
All right. With all that out of the way, is it time to talk about some news?
All right. Let's move on and talk about some news.
Boom.
Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two fools trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, Dan.
Two fools trading information.
What?
Two fools trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two fools trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. What information? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably should start with some jobs shit, huh?
Was there actually news this week? I didn't think there was any news this week.
Oh, there's some decent news.
No. Okay. Jobs reports. What do we got?
The economist that seems to show up in most headlines, Mohammed El Arian, I think is how you say that. He was talking about the March jobs report, calling it a win for stocks and that the Fed should keep a steady pace of rate hikes in May. So he is still predicting a 25 bip. And he was thinking that he said that the jobs report showing a slowdown in hiring and a still robust economy should boost stocks and keep the Federal Reserve on course with raising interest rates to fight inflation.
Okay.
The world's largest economy added 236 non-farm payrolls last month, which was shy of the median forecast of 239. So the unemployment rate fell. Labor force participation rate also rose, which was indicating that people were looking for jobs, going back to work at the highest pace since before COVID.
Okay. So we added less than expected jobs, but the rate of job adding is the highest it's been since before COVID?
That's what it looks like. And I think that is why he's excited about this. Like, well, first of all, the Fed has been at war against jobs and wage increases.
Yes.
And that's what this latest report, I think, he's highlighting from it. As the other thing that was noted in here was that the where is it? The wage increases had been tapering off too. Where the fuck is that? Why is it when you read a story once you remember the key points, but then when you try to find those key points, you can never find them
They're
again?
just gone. They're just totally gone.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
No, I've know exactly what you're talking about. Like that one key point that stood out in my mind that was like, Dan, you remember that? That's important.
right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Motherfucker, where the hell did this thing go? Okay, well, the other thing he was saying, we'll just move on to that part. The other thing he was saying is that they're making this transition to where the stock market was obsessed with interest rate risk to one that is concerned about credit risk, referring to the banking industry turmoil. He said that the numbers are suggesting that it should be less concerned about credit risk for the moment. So that he's saying that the banking crisis seems to be in the rearview mirror, according to his analysis.
Oh, well, that would be good news, right?
That would be good news, yeah.
That would be really good
Especially if the
news.
Fed is still wanting to bump up the rates at least another 25 bip in May.
Oh,
Yeah.
if they don't do 25, they're doing 50. There's no way they're doing 0.
Well, let's take a look at the forecast, the Fed Watch tool. See what the markets are pricing in.
Oh, I'll bet you money right now. I don't care what the market says. I'll bet you money right now. It's above 0.
Oh yeah, that's what it's looking like. 33% flat, 67% chance of a quarter bip as of this moment.
Oh, well, okay. So that's a pretty safe bet. Two out of 3.
Yeah, and it's actually that shift happened today. As of yesterday, it was 50-50 whether it was going to be flat or 25 pips. So, yeah, the jobs report is definitely indicating that another rate hike in May is looking likely.
Okay, first of all, before I forget, why do farm payroll jobs not count? Are we putting that many people to work on a farm? Is it considered transient work?
I think it's because of exactly that. It's those are more seasonal, so they're looking at jobs that are more permanent when they're
Okay, so
analyzing
if it's
those. Yeah,
right, if it's like harvest time, they're like, well, of course you added a bunch of
right,
jobs.
right,
You're
exactly.
hiring laborers to harvest your crops. Okay, all right.
Whether that takes into account like the seasonal hirings for like delivery drivers or things like that, I'm not sure. I couldn't answer that
Yeah,
question.
right. Like the Christmas season. Wait, hold on. That's weird. That's interesting. Why? How is it the harvest time got to line up with our build up into like spending holiday?
Ooh, I mean, I guess because now more people have money.
But
Maybe it just
right,
makes
because all the
sense to
crops
have
got
the
sold.
holidays there. Yeah, yeah. Huh, I don't know. Interesting question.
Hmm. I'm just thinking about all the times I've worked retail, and
Hmm.
they're like, "Well, it's getting close to October. We better start staffing up for the holidays."
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder if anybody knows that. We probably look it up, but maybe that'd be something we can let somebody message us for.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since Yellow Man did any research for us.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun story to dig into. We need to.
Okay.
He
Okay.
only works on scandals.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. What are you looking at this week, Dan? What's catching your eye?
What's the JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon has been getting a ton of press this year. I
Yeah,
mean,
he has.
he's always gotten press, but I see his name on articles left and right now.
Right.
To the point where I almost don't read them
Hmm.
because I'm like, fuck that guy, right? I'm like,
Again?
I don't want to hear what he has to say. But he came out and said that we might need to start invoking eminent domain and a new form of the Marshall Plan to get renewable energy on track.
Okay, the Marshall Plan, wasn't that like how we were supposed to rebuild Japan?
Post-war Europe.
Post-war Europe. Oh, sorry. Yes, yes.
Yeah, the Marshall Plan was for the U.S. to provide roughly 2% of its GDP directly to revive European manufacturing. And so in about 4 years, we managed to increase industrial production in Western Europe about 55%.
Was the Ukraine war bigger than I thought?
he's he's not he's not saying we need to reinvest in put that money in European manufacturing. He's saying we need to put it into renewable energy generation.
Okay, all right. Is that money? That money's not still going to European manufacturing, is it?
I no, Kyle. I do not believe we are still using the Marshall Plan.
I hope not, but I wouldn't be
Uh,
surprised if that
I,
was still something going on.
I I'm pretty sure there are some like sugar taxes we're still paying from World War II. Uh, let's see what Google says.
I know,
Is
I'm
the
looking right
U.S.
now.
still on the Marshall Plan? Yeah, Economic Recovery Act of 1948. No, we've had a few economic acts since then.
Yeah, instead of the Marshall Plan, we now have a three-pronged program combining economic aid called Defense Support, administered since last January by the Mutual Security Agency as successor to the ECA. Military aid under the Department of Defense, and point four under something else.
Hmm. Well, he to directly quote him, we are simply not getting the adequate investments fast enough for grid, solar, wind, and pipeline initiatives. Uh, he feels we need to do more. We need to do so immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So he's talking about eminent domain seizures of land and property to get this kind of grid set up, and that's what really caught my attention.
Yeah, that sounds not democratic.
It's not going to be popular.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So how does he plan on going about that?
Um, well, I mean, he's just the CEO of J.P. Morgan. He doesn't have that kind of power for
Right.
now.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Uh, uh, but I believe, at the very least, as a person of influence, he's getting the conversation started. If I just don't see that ever being popular in America.
Yeah.
Whether I personally uh, feel like, well, it's got to happen or not. Uh, it's sadly one of the strengths a country like China has by being totalitarian is like they can just move in. Like if it's COVID, they're like, oh, we'll just shut everything down.
Yeah.
Nobody can leave their house and it will die a lot faster. Yes, that is true. If like if we actually need to hit the goals that science says we need to hit, then yeah, we got to do some crazy stuff to get there. But it's really hard to in America to get people to give something up.
You have to financially incentivize them. That's the only way.
Yeah. Well, even then, you had that guy on Mount St. Helens in the '80s, and they were like, "You're literally going to die. Lava will be flowing through your home. We need to get you out of here." And he's like, "You can't tell me what to do. This
Oh
is
God.
America. I got freedom." Like,
That lava comes and tries to get into my home, I'll be taking him out with my 12 gauge.
I'll introduce Mr. Lava to Mr. Smith and Wesson. We'll see who comes out on top.
I just want to see that. I want to see a guy out there firing off. Fuck you, lava. Pow, pow, pow.
Well, that's the first case for needing a machine gun that I've ever heard. Like, we need more bullets. Fire faster.
Also, I want to know who he's talking to at the end of this article where he says he wants to express exasperation with some of my fellow citizens who don't pay the taxes they owe on the order of 600 billion a year, who won't consider sensible policy measures like carbon tax to stem climate change, and who sometimes seem to only like democracy when voters agree with them. Democracy by its nature is compromise, he said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was him warning that polarization, paralysis, and a basic lack of analysis is preventing the U.S. from addressing these challenges.
So,
Yeah. Who doesn't pay their taxes they owe on the order of $600 billion a year? Probably me, Kyle. People like me.
well, you just
I'm
said you
assuming.
didn't.
Oh Lord, I wish I owed 600 billion in taxes. I'd be doing something right.
Well, hopefully it would mean you had made more than that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't. Yeah, that would. I'd feel really bad if that wasn't the case. Like, I made $300 billion and I owe 600 billion. Shit. Worse off than I ever was.
Well, I have well, I guess that could happen if inflation went all like nuts after you stopped earning and like they inflation adjusted the money that you owed.
Right, tacked on some interest because I didn't
Right.
pay it
Right, right.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that could be a bad scenario. All right. The last one that I think I want to talk about here in the regular news segment is about inflation. And Bank of America Securities has been publishing something here saying that they believe that inflation is following a mean reversion trend.
Hmm.
And they think that we'll be entering a phase of sustained disinflation, which will intensify over the remainder of 2023.
Deflation.
Disinflation is what they called it. I don't know if there's a difference between that and deflation.
Uh, what?
Yeah, I don't know what.
What? What could the possible difference be? Disinflation
Well,
versus deflation.
deflation, you'd assume that price is going, the inflation is negative, right? Disinflation, by their use here, makes it look like they think that that inflation is going to be falling. So
Oh,
instead of 6, 7, 8% like we've been seeing, they think that inflation is going to fall to roughly 4% by the end of the second quarter of 2023, and then converge to the Fed's 2% target by the end of 24.
so there is a difference between deflation and disinflation.
Maybe. Or
No,
did you
there
look it
is.
up? Okay, okay.
I looked it up. I looked it up. So to explain this clearly, disinflation, when inflation is rising and it's been rising and now it's starting to level off toward flat.
Okay.
That is disinflation.
Okay.
When it's actually dropping is when it's deflation.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the angle change toward even is
Mhm.
disinflation. Everything after even is deflation.
Okay. All right. The other bits in this article here talks about the Feds. They're anticipating, like El Arain said, they're anticipating an additional and final 25 BIP interest rate hike in
Hmm.
May. They're also predicting the first rate cut only after 10 months in March of 2024.
They're not going to look at any cuts until 2024.
They don't think there will be any cuts until March of 2024.
Oh, yeah. If we're lucky.
Let's see. The thing is, though, they are definitely not in the consensus. Though, if you look at how the markets are pricing in inflation for the years ahead, they're definitely not on the bandwagon with the rest of the so-called experts out there. The 5-year market-based inflation expectation gauge, which is known as the break-even rate, is currently at 2.3%, indicating investors expect inflation to average above the 2% goal in the next 5 years. And then the 10-year break-even inflation rate is at 2.25%, suggesting that the inflation outlook over the next decade is going to be a bit stickier than expected.
Yeah.
So, gauntlet thrown, B of A. We'll see who's right in 5 years.
Yeah. Hey, Siri, remind me in 5 years. Check B of A inflation data.
I hope we're still doing this podcast because I think we should save this clip and play it.
That'd be pretty epic.
Right, right.
That would be really epic.
All right. You got anything else for market news?
The Russian ruble has fallen to its lowest value for the last year.
No.
Considering they've been at war for 14 months since they invaded Ukraine, that's probably significant. So crazy enough, though, since we're talking about Russia and the ruble sliding, it slid to 82 rubles against the dollar on Friday morning when this BBC news report came out.
Mm-hmm.
But what's wild is everybody was predicting a 15% shrink in their economy with all these sanctions against Russia since the war.
Right.
Their economy only shrunk 2.1%. It shrunk,
but
only
not
2%,
nearly as much.
which makes them really, really resilient.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, we do know that China and India stepped in to start buying oil.
Okay,
right?
That makes sense.
People were still buying Russian energy on the global market.
Yeah.
Like they did not get surprise. There's always a market for energy.
Yeah.
right? Just not sold in Western European stores, right?
The crazy thing is I'm looking at the ruble's price to the dollar, and where it closed on Friday is basically at the highs from like 2020. So it's
Hmm.
like, remember when it like tanked after the Ukraine war, and we're thinking
Yeah,
maybe it's buy the dip.
that
Like if
was
you
a.
would have bought that low was around 50. So yeah,
We should have bought the dip.
we should have bought the dip. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to trade forex though. I don't understand it.
yeah. Not my game.
Yeah.
I never even tried to understand it. But anyhow, Russia been way more resilient, and their economy's just evolving to adapt. They've got a lot of entrepreneurs stepping in and making things happen for them,
Mhm.
despite Western sanctions. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We expected 15%. It hit 2. That does not look good. It does not look like Russia will end this war just because of the economic
No,
sanctions.
no. Definitely has to be a lot more painful than that, I would think.
And you know what, Kyle? I blame McDonald's.
No.
If their tasty burgers were as addictive as people seem to think from some documentaries,
Oh yeah, they would have
uh,
ended that war immediately, but just to
but
bring him back.
right, exactly. The
Yeah.
moment they lost their Big Mac, they would have been on their knees.
Uh,
McDonald's slacking.
Makes you wonder: are we sending them the good Big Macs when they were over there, or are we giving them like the not so good versions?
Yeah, who's getting the best Big Macs?
I
Yeah,
don't know. I
yeah.
don't know. All right.
Maybe that's a scandal we can send Yellow Man on.
Right. Like, does Guinness send us the cream of the crop, or do they keep the good Guinness for themselves over in Ireland?
They very much do. I was just in
Yeah.
Ireland and I just learned about this. They very much keep the good
Mm-hmm.
shit over there. Like the
Yes.
stuff they export is not Guinness.
So
Yeah.
yeah, does McDonald's, Taco Bell, and KFC, do they keep all their high quality ingredients for use in America and send the not so good stuff out to the rest of the world?
Yeah, that's better. Now that we're talking about it.
God, it makes you wonder. Don't eat
Yeah.
fast food overseas.
I'm not a fan of Guinness, but over in Ireland I drank plenty of it. It was great.
Oh
It's
man,
like, okay, yeah, I see why everybody's drinking this over here.
yeah,
It's
I've
like
never
this
cared for it over here.
creamy, smooth beer in
Hmm.
Ireland. It's fucking oh yeah, yeah. It's like oh anyway,
Fair enough. All
anyway.
right. Anything else for news?
No, that was it.
All right. Time to move on then.
Let's yeah. Do we well we get some advertising?
We can advertise. Sure. Hey everyone, Future Kyle here, introducing a quick sneak peek of my upcoming conversation with Vanta Trading's Baba Yaga.
I consider myself someone who has fine-tuned a process that is dependable and can create probabilistic returns with a positive expected value over a large enough sample size, and that's about it. Like,
That's really all you can ask for, though, right?
yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. I think everyone wants to be 10-foot tall, bulletproof, trade 500 lots in one single order, and make $1 million a day. But
Everyone says they do, but
well, I can tell you the stress of that would be insurmountable for me.
Full conversation will be available on April 10th. If you haven't heard by now, Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right, once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using code 2BULLS for 20% off and free shipping. God damn, I was going to make that joke. Our friends over at Manscaped were kind enough to send me the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, and I gotta say, I was impressed with the quality and performance of the products. My thick, coarse beard hair has been giving me trouble with trimmers in the past, but the Beard Hedger was able to cut through the thicket without any tugging or discomfort at all. And because the trimmer has one rotary wheel with 20 length settings with only one guard, I don't have to worry about losing or breaking attachments anymore. So I've tamed my mane, and now you can too. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. It all starts with that beard hedger that I mentioned. The thing's a juggernaut of fixing faces. Not only does it have the trimmer with the rotary wheel that gives you the 20 hair cutting lengths on just the one guard, it's also waterproof, so you can shave in the shower and avoid all the hair in the sink. The titanium-coated T-blade is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to a single-stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. Phrasing. The Pro Kit doesn't end there, though. They also created 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. First is the Beard Shampoo and Conditioner. Gotta remember that all your hair is different. Beard hair, as I mentioned, is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head, if you have hair on your head. That's why the kit has made shampoo and conditioner specially designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. Next, the kit has Manscaped's Beard Oil, an essential piece for your main facial accessory. No one wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath while adding a little shimmer and shine, which makes you look extra fine. Cap off the kit with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with 3 free gifts: beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off and free shipping with code 2bulls at manscaped.com. Of course, that's the number 2. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using code 2bulls. Manscaped Beard Hedger, 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths.
92% of households that join Peloton early in the year are still active a year later.
Yeah, if you like cycling to EDM.
Not just EDM. Try cycling to Broadway hits, take a scenic hike in Iceland on our treadmill, or row to some 80s jams.
Because I have so much free time.
Whether you have 30 minutes or just 5, Peloton can fit any schedule. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton tread, row, or bikes risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Woohoo! All right, let's kick the song off and talk about some stocks.
Let's do it.
Stock time! Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news, and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time!
Please don't sue us. All right. Well, since you started talking about McDonald's, you want to lead off with that one?
Yeah, sure. That was just incidental.
An accidental segue?
Yeah, accidental segue. Story of my life. I guess hundreds of people are being laid off from
Hear me almost choke on my gum.
McDonald's.
What happened?
McDonald's is laying off a whole bunch of people, and they're doing it over Zoom.
What? They're using Zoom at a regular McDonald's?
No. McDonald's, like the corporate McDonald's.
Oh, okay. So not the fry cooks and the
not the fry cooks.
Okay, we're gonna need you to go get a laptop, go get Zoom loaded up, and then come back tomorrow with your computer so you can take part in this meeting.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it looks like McDonald's corporate is hurting and shrinking. They're in I guess some memo they sent out. They've already warned, like in January, that they're going to be evaluating roles and staffing levels in various parts of the company.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not doing so hot. It's wild to me that they're gonna hold all notification meetings virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Well, I mean, probably the HR department's going to be a bit taxed trying to fire all these people, so they need to, streamline the process.
Yeah, you got to streamline the process. What I'm wondering would you rather have to go into work to be fired, or just show up on a webcam? Like, from the worker's point of view, if you're going to be fired either way, is it is it better to be fired over Zoom?
Yeah, to not waste the time or the gas money.
Right, because like even if it's a surprise, especially like, and I'm gonna like fuck, I need a drink. Am I gonna go? Am I more likely to drive out to a bar or just walk into my kitchen and be like, all right, this is happening?
Well, what about the other? Well, I guess it depends, like when the last time you were at the office was, because like if you have an office, you still have to go out there and clear it out.
Oh shit, that would
Yeah,
really suck. Like you're
yeah,
fired at home, they're like, you've been laid off. Now get your ass to work to clear out your desk.
right.
Oh, okay, all right. No, that
uh,
is worse. Oh,
yeah, I'd
oh,
say
it's
that's
awful.
much worse.
Oh,
Uh,
uh,
Stock seems to be doing pretty good though. Looks like it just set a new all-time high.
did it? I didn't even
I
hadn't
think
even
it
pulled it
did.
up yet.
I think that is an all-time high. It's set on Wednesday,
Wow. Okay, so people are liking that.
apparently. All right. Let's see. What do I got? I had a story about Adani. It was something that you brought up. God, how long ago was that when that short report came out about uh,
It's
they
like a
thought
month
that the
ago.
yeah, they thought the company was manipulating its prices.
Yeah, it sounded just similar to what the Icelandic banks were doing.
Right, right. Well, the guy named Rajiv Jain, one of the biggest names in emerging market investing, he last month he bought about $2 billion worth of their stock, and his projections for the returns
Whoa.
on his bet, he thinks he's going to get multi baggers or returns in excess of 100%. Yeah, that was the actual term he used on an interview with Bloomberg, Bloomberg's New York headquarters. He said these could be multi baggers over 5 years, meaning that he thinks that they're going to at least double.
So he doesn't think there's any fraud. He thinks this is a solid company that's been tanked by a bad short report.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking, or maybe he just thinks that. I he
Right?
doesn't.
You'd
It
have
makes
to.
yeah, like, or maybe he just thinks it's been sold off so much that he thinks that okay, they're going to rebound from this.
$2 billion. So yeah, and he thinks it's at least going to double from where it's at when
Right.
he invested.
It lost. The Adani Group lost as much as 153 billion in market value.
Yeah, no, that's a big drop.
Okay, so here's what he did say about the investment itself. He said the value lies in its assets. The Indian Prime Minister's government's looking at tycoons like Adani, at one point Asia's richest man, to improve the nation's infrastructure and lure manufacturing from places like China. So many of their projects are tethered to India's development goals and cut across multiple sectors of the economy. One point in particular he pointed to was their coal mining assets, his data centers, and in majority stake in Mumbai's busy international airports as signs of a healthy business. He believes that the airport itself could be worth more than the company, noting that the land alone stretches across some of Asia's most expensive urban real estate.
That's a pretty good argument.
It looks like the argument is more that the assets that they hold is worth it, even if
Right,
the rest of the company
right.
is not.
He's saying that this company is worthless. If you were sold it for parts, you're getting a deal.
So I don't know. Maybe he's onto something, huh?
How do we get in Adani?
I don't
You'd
know.
have to be in a
Well,
foreign exchange.
I'm not sure how we would.
Adani Enterprises Ltd. They're on NSE. Wait, what the hell is NSE?
I'm not sure. He did talk about the Hindenburg report. He said it read like a 10-year-old newspaper. He said, from the Western point of view, the allegations look messy, but they're perhaps less problematic in the Indian business context. Then he said, over a 30-year investment career, I've yet to come across a perfect company. Okay. Well, you know what? He's a billionaire and I'm not, so I'm not going to criticize him too much. I'm just going to watch this one and see how it plays out, I think.
Yeah. Also, how big of a billionaire is he? This could be he's friends with the guy who runs and built Adani, and like it's just
He's
doing a
just
show
trying to, yeah,
respect.
right.
Like, he's got $100 billion. He's just like,
Yeah, I'll give you
okay,
2% of my net worth to try to save your company. And if it works, then I'll
right.
make a fortune and look like a genius. If not, then whatever. I still got 98 billion to cry to sleep on.
Right, exactly. We have no way of
I
knowing
don't know, but I don't think you get to be a billionaire by throwing away $1 billion bets like that
by
with no
writing
upside.
checks.
Yeah. um. Anyway, yeah, something to pay attention to. So probably have to have an update on that next time we see what that stock's doing in about a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just making all kinds of long-term plans here today, huh?
Yep. Hey.
All right, what else you got for stock news?
Just one little story that I felt I had to bring up. Salad lawsuit has been tossed
Ooh, oh,
after Sweet Green changes its name to appease the Chipotle Corporation.
wait, their name was Sweet Green, or they changed it to Sweet Green?
Sweet Green, the name of the place didn't change. Sweet Green had a thing on their menu called the Chipotle Chicken Burrito Bowl.
Okay.
And Chipotle sued them immediately when they added it to their menu in federal court in California, saying that they were infringing on the trademark by using the word Chipotle, which, as we know, is
What?
a
No,
type
that's
of
a
chili pepper.
yes. That's just a jalapeno that's been smoked.
uh,
Huh.
Sweet, yeah. As part of the agreement to resolve the lawsuit, Sweet Green changed the name of the salad from Chipotle Chicken Burrito Bowl to Chicken plus Chipotle Pepper Bowl.
Oh God. So you have to specify that it's not affiliated with.
Chicken plus Chipotle Pepper.
Can we start a new brand name that's just like tomatoes or something that gets used everywhere? Lettuce. Like, oh, if you can't use lettuce, that's ours. We claimed it.
No. We need. I want to do restaurant. So you can any place that calls itself restaurant
Oh,
is infringing on our copyright.
no, we're a restaurant.
No.
Just
We're
a
restaurant.
restaurant called restaurant. Start a grocery store called grocery store. We sell
Right.
groceries. That's our trademark thing.
Everyone's infringing on our trademark.
Right. Oh God. I
Yeah.
had another silly one too that I wanted to bring up. Been talking a lot about Chat GPT,
Hmm.
and I saw the headline. I hadn't really looked to it over that much, but the Australian mayor apparently is readying the world's first defamation lawsuit over Chat GPT content.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to see. Okay, I initially thought that he was trying to sue Chat GPT for making claims that he's served time in prison for bribery,
Okay.
but he's suing OpenAI. So
Okay.
I had initially thought like, oh, this is a strange way to go about establishing AI rights by basically taking one AI to court.
Yeah.
But no. He's just suing. He's suing OpenAI.
Is he because he's saying he didn't spend any time in prison?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a thing where like he didn't actually serve time, and he's like, "That's bullshit. I didn't serve time. I got a plea deal."
Right. Right.
But let's see. No, it falsely named him as a guilty party in a foreign bribery scandal involving a subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of Australia in the early 2000s. He did work for the subsidiary, but was the person who notified authorities about the payments of bribes to foreign officials to win
Okay.
currency printing contracts.
Okay.
So he was never charged. He was actually, it looks like, the whistleblower.
He was the whistleblower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off too.
Yeah, I would be quite pissed.
Because whistleblowers pay a price, right? Like they don't get away. Like,
Yeah. So if he sues, then it'd be the first time a person has sued the owner of ChatGPT for claims made by the automated language product, which has become wildly popular since the launch last year.
It's neat. It's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it wrote our consequences for last month.
I wish they were feeding it news articles every day.
Why?
Because I'm always like GPT. Let's talk about book banning in the United States, and it's like, look, I'm limited to things that were on the internet in 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like, but I can say this about book banning in America.
Right. Okay, that's fucking interesting.
So it'll say something about like, here's what was what was going on by the time I was programmed in 2021.
Right. Okay.
But I don't have any knowledge of what you're talking about.
All right. Okay. Uh, fucking yeah. So that should be a fun one to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Should we talk about some crypto?
Yeah, let's talk about some crypto.
I got some crypto in my wallet, hanging out on my Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I got some crypto in my wallet, some Doji Sushi Polka Dot NFT, decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
All right, Dan. Are you active on Twitter a lot?
No, I deleted Twitter. I think Elon Musk killed it.
Oh, really? I don't spend a whole lot of time on it. I do like to browse it, but I apparently missed this. I guess Elon Musk replaced the Twitter logo with the Shiba Inu dog for Dogecoin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was trying to see if this was an April Fool's joke, but it looks like he did it on Monday the 3rd. So if he did, he might have just had his calendar wrong. But yeah, it seems to have caused the price to go a bit crazy during this time frame. So the price skyrocketed when they said a dramatic spike in the value when this bird logo was replaced. But the price plummeted just as quickly when they reversed the logo change, which is unsurprising, I think. But the real question is why? And I don't see anything in here about why he would have done that, unless it was like a joke. But you don't buy a $44 billion company just to be able to make jokes, right?
Well, I don't know. The dude bought $2 billion in India just to please his friend. Maybe you do. Maybe that's the world we live in now.
Maybe. I don't know. I gotta take a look at this Dogecoin though and see.
He's just trolling us because he can.
Right. Or maybe his brother needed to exit his stake.
Yeah.
Dogecoin to dollars. Let's see. So yeah, it was trading around 7-8 cents. Before that, it spiked up to as high as 10 cents, and then yeah, it's now basically just gone right back to where it was. Yeah, somebody was wanting to unload a bunch of Dogecoin. That probably been a good time to do it.
Yeah. Right, and he's trying to do the pump in a way that because he's still in the middle of a lawsuit, right?
Yeah, a big one
about Dogecoin.
I thought it was about Dogecoin. Let's see. Yeah, it's the claim was that he used a pyramid scheme type plot to prop up the price of Dogecoin.
Yeah, you would think he'd want to avoid anything that looked like pumping Dogecoin.
You would think, yes.
You would think.
I don't know, but I guess people now are starting to speculate whether that move of switching the logo out like that is just a sign that they're going to try to incorporate crypto into Twitter somehow. Not sure what that would look like or why. It did say in here, though, at one point he looked at trying to change Twitter by making use of the blockchain, and then found out that was just not feasible. So I don't know. He's been doing some weird things lately, it seems like.
That's wild. I think you're right. It seems more to me like he would be doing something to pump it for somebody to exit a position.
Right. Or himself.
Or himself.
Right.
What was it he said on Saturday Night Live? That was like...
Oh, and they asked him if it was so it's a scam. He said, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, I mean, it was a good joke, but man, that was basically the nail in the coffin for it.
That was the high. That was the peak.
Oh, jeez.
Well, apparently a lot of people were watching.
Uh-huh. All right. Anything else for crypto catching your eye this week?
No, just that, another reminder that North Korea managed to steal about $1 billion worth of crypto in 2022. So
is that the same? Is that the story we talked about? or did we talk about one for 2021 and 2022 about the same thing?
Yeah, it was like $500 million in 2021.
Jesus Christ. Fucking state sponsored hacking and
Yeah.
the stuff that it's just there's got to be something that we can do to fix that, right?
Right. Could you imagine a group of North Korean like super soldiers breaking into a vault to steal gold?
Nope. No, I
$1
cannot.
billion of gold.
No, not at all.
Yet somehow they can just sit in a room with cubicles and computers and steal $1 billion.
The crazy thing is, it's probably mostly the scammers. They're probably the ones that are impersonating us and trying to get people to just give them crypto to trade for them or stupid shit like that.
Right. No, exactly. Stupid shit like that. Like, hey, send us your crypto and we'll triple the account for you real quick as a thank you for being part of our Discord server.
Yeah, no, we will not do that.
Well, I think it's hilarious if somebody impersonated me and was like, "Hey, let me trade your account."
Right? I think the answer for either of us trading somebody else's account should be no, thank you.
If you've listened to the show, yeah, you will immediately know something is amiss. At least then they wouldn't be surprised when the account tanks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, it just looks like he just withdrew all the money.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
All right. Well, what's the next thing we do here?
Doji was due. It was due.
Should we move on?
Yes. Let us move on while I get out my gun and shoot you.
Ah, no. It was so slow. I could have dodged.
You could have easily just walked out of the room.
Could have easily just stopped the recording and that's it for the week. Instead,
here we are.
I got shot. All right, Dan. Since you shot me, I guess I'll go first, huh?
What was your good?
My good was just my trade on Tuesday. The whole process, everything just felt really good. The approach that I took, I kind of changed it to where I was just trying to get some business stuff done instead. And I had the chart up in the side window, so that way I can just look if price got to an interesting area, then I could flip over to it, put a trade on. And that's exactly what I did. I saw a great opportunity while I was working on other stuff. I put the trade on. I continued working while it did its thing and made a quick 50 points without really having to think much about it. Actually, I didn't think it was 50. I think it was like 70 points. It was just a good trade that I didn't really have to think about, didn't have to stress about. I wasn't staring at the charts, like trying to decide, oh, is this a point I should trade? Is this a point? It was the way it was the master trader mindset that Rich always talks about. Like I felt like I was stepped into it, and that was good, and I want to do more of it.
Hell yeah. That's amazing, man.
Thank you. The rest of the week did not go so well, so let's save that for did you have a good?
Yeah, my good was I transferred some money into AMP, and I re-upped my subscription to start trading futures again.
Have you started the paper trading?
No, I was attempting to get all of the subscription services and the live data and everything turned back on.
Yeah, I have to use the Trade Pro step-by-step guide to figure that out. I don't know if I'm just getting old or it's fucking confusing.
Yeah, no, I need to pull that up because I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, they have a really good walkthrough on their site if you signed up for the futures courses, which you should still have access to that, I think.
But I think I may have. I was trying to just throw money at Sierra Chart and get their most expensive subscription plan, which looked like it had data included. I don't know. We'll see.
I can walk you through it offline if you need some extra help.
But I'll probably also need to go through the Trade Pro stuff. Anyway, but I think more than that, I had another good that I think was probably even better, which was sitting down, deleting everything on my TradingView chart for the ES to prep and be like, hey, I'm not paper trading through Sierra charts yet, but I'm going to sit down and explain to Jamie Lynn the levels and what I'm going to do at those levels, like specifically, like, and then I wait for this cheap order flow labs, sell zone, demand zone. It's not order flow labs. It's the cheap trading
Oh
people.
yeah.
Like if it hits, all I did was the volume profile edges, big ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if it hits here, if I get a white candle demand zone, I'm gonna buy. If I get a sell zone, I'm gonna sell.
Mm-hmm.
And at this level, it has to be at this level when the 5-minute candle goes, and that trade plan would have had a 3 out of 4 success rate this week.
Nice.
If I mean literally just blind enter
Mm-hmm.
with a 5-point stop, 10-point take profit.
I mean, I like trying to strip out as much of the subjective nature as possible for
Yeah.
myself. I've figured out that my discretionary input has only been holding me back.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
I mean, I at some point hope to be able to bring that back in, but I'm definitely a lot more intentional about how I do that. Like, let me collect some data first. Let me see when the data shows that I'm making good decisions, then we can count on those. But until then, let's just stick with the thing that I back tested that has good results
Yeah. Yeah.
without my input.
Without my input. That's what all I was attempting to do was
Hmm.
be like, okay, here I'm gonna communicate in like literally the simplest trading plan I can think of. And the only input is where am I putting these levels to watch? Where do I put those lines?
Nice.
I did it on volume profile, and then yeah, at the end of the week, I mean, obviously, I'm going to do it for a full month of actual Sierra chart trading, but I'd be really comfortable only making 2 or 3 trades a day.
Right. Yeah, that's about what I'm
That's
averaging, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Set some good risk reward parameters, and yeah, you don't have to trade. You don't have to take 15, 20 trades a day.
I'm expecting some good things this time.
I
This time
like it.
around.
I like it. All right. Do you have a bad?
No, because maybe paying too much money to Sierra charts, not understanding what I was doing.
Yeah, that could be considered a bad, I suppose.
We it's bad that I don't know.
Yes.
That's the bad.
Oh, that's easy to fix, right?
Yeah, that's just going to be time. I just
Yeah.
got to sit down and go through it. Also, maybe I should have gone through. We'll say also, not only should I have gone through Trade Pro to make sure I was getting it set up. They've got new courses,
Yes, they do.
and I need to watch those new courses before I start my journey.
Yeah,
Simulated trading.
I like it. I like it.
Anyway, what was your bet?
Oh, I thought I was feeling some burnout
Mm-hmm.
this past week, and now I'm actually starting to wonder if I was just taking longer to recover from getting sick. Uh,
Yeah.
got sick like what 2 weeks ago, and like just trying to get out of bed has been tough. Like I thought I was just getting kind of tired of doing the same thing every day, but I don't know. I woke up today this morning feeling like really good. I'm actually kind of excited to get back to trading again on Monday. I mean, I ended up taking most of Thursday off, and didn't even look at the charts Friday since it was Good Friday. I had thought that we'd be open till 11, but looks like they closed at like 9 a.m.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean, that was the bad was not doing something about it sooner or not recognizing that something was going on. I mean, I think I recognized it. I just never acted on it for some reason. And that's not necessarily the greatest thing. I could have at least
Yeah.
put together a plan to try to, trade around that or something. Ugly, though, I definitely have an ugly. Actually, we both have an ugly. I think we could probably throw on here too. But
Uh-oh.
Monday, I spent the day in sim without realizing it, and that sucks. Especially when you're already like not feeling your best, and you struggle, and you end up, taking 2 trades. One goes against you. You go through the emotions of the second one that gets you, a nice win to take you to 2R on the day, or 1R on the day. No, actually, about 2R. and then find out when you go to shut it down and turn it over to sim mode, so you don't accidentally place any trades if your cat jumps on the keyboard while you're not in the room,
Uh-huh.
and then find out that you're actually taking it out of sim mode. Like, that
Oh,
sucks.
that's really disheartening,
Yeah,
demoralizing,
it is. It
kick in the
is.
gut kind of shit, huh?
So it's either that from ugly, or it's the fact that we forgot to put a stop on our bet pick last week. I feel like it could be either
Okay,
one.
that was a big deal. That was
I
definitely a
can't
big deal.
believe we did that.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
We deserve to lose that all
Yeah,
that
you
money.
don't manage risk, then yeah, you definitely deserve it.
Huh? Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
Manage risk.
No,
It's
wait,
important.
you heard it here for the millionth time because it's that
Yes,
important. Manage fucking risk.
please. All right.
Mm.
Speaking of that, do we want to give ourselves a shot to redeem ourselves? Talk about a bet?
Yes.
I need it, wanna beat it, gonna win it if I take it from you. I'm filling my positions, quit your bitching, random's gonna lose. Got a chart full of levels and a stop that's not too tight. It's bet picking time in the shop, so pick 'em right.
All right. Well, when I was looking at the bet results, and maybe you can tell me if this is a little bit crazy or not, but I actually kind of still like AI.
Wait, what? AI? What?
Yeah,
Oh,
the one we just lost a bunch of money on.
okay.
I like where it bounced. I like where it's holding this support around $20. I don't know. I kind of want to go long on it again.
Whew.
I
Well,
mean, I kind of feel like the week is already, or the month is already ruined, right? So we kind of need something that has the potential to just skyrocket $20.
yeah, it did kind of clang off 20 half pretty.
Volume has still been pretty intense over these last, basically since last Friday.
See, I wanted to make a pitch for Data Dog, D Dog,
G Dog, okay.
but it's in a much similar position.
Yeah, except structurally, it's just has been downtrend central.
Multiple bottom. Well, it might be a good short opportunity. About to break.
If it falls below that 65, yeah. Oh, yeah, that bottom could drop out pretty hard too, because there's still a gap down there by what is that, 61 to 57 from back in May of 2020.
Yeah, Data Dog not looking so hot.
No.
And then you show me AI, and I'm like, well, this is looking the same. Like, I want to go long. So yeah, I'm saying you're crazy.
So what do you think?
Um, I like AI long.
Oh, okay, so I'm not insane.
Uh, I don't think it's. It's the green, like that red candle day was tremendous, but the green
Yeah,
candle days are
still super high.
still super high. Like it's a risk. I mean, I would set a 19.5 stop loss, but that's too big.
I'd even say if it hits that, I'd say we just flip short too. Just take it down
Um,
to the moving average.
I really like I really like Datadog as a no, as a potential long too. I mean, the case could be made that
Mhm.
these two big red candles couldn't push it lower in the multiple bottom, and it's about to at least have that dead cat bounce off the bottom before it
I
breaks.
see. Yeah, I
Uh,
gotcha.
but let's just what we hold on to the stock because we entered at the Morning Star. We entered at the
No,
Doji.
no, we entered on the massive sell-off candle and got stopped out on the massive sell-off candle. um, we'd actually be picking it up cheaper than we got stopped out at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if we enter there and then just try to take it out, if it goes back and retests those highs, like say 32, we should be back in the running then.
Let's do it.
But we
Let's do it.
better have a stop this time.
Yeah. Wherever
Okay.
you want it.
All right. Hey, I like your 19.5. Stop loss.
That's 15%.
Oh shit. Well, so maybe we don't enter everything all at once. Maybe we look for another retest of that area. Now we're doing this all thing again. Okay, we'll enter half on the open, half at 21. Stop loss at 19.5. And if we hit 19.5, we're flipping short.
Immediately.
Yes.
And then have another 10% stop loss.
Look, we are either going to set the record for the worst month, or we're going to dig out of this hole. This is how you go broke in trading.
Those scammers didn't know what hit them when they took over your name.
I know. You guys still want me to trade for you guys?
Oh yeah.
All right, ready for random?
Yes. You actually might have a higher chance of the scammer making you some money.
I know, right? You're just saying it's not a non-zero outcome.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. All right. Random has gone for New York Stock Exchange tech sector. He wants DXC. That is the one that Random is looking at.
DXC?
Yes. DXC Technology Company. They make technology, I guess.
They make profit.
We are the technology company. Oh, I see what they did. They're probably suing everybody who uses the word tech in their name.
Brilliant.
Yeah, smart guys. No, they're a data processing service.
Okay. And why am I looking at a 12-minute chart? No, day chart.
That's weird.
There we go. Yeah, I was looking at the SPY 12-minute, and I changed it over to this chart. Anyway, sorry.
I gotta say, Random picked a volatile stock. There's a lot of gaps up and down.
Yeah, this one's a puzzler.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do on this one.
Zoomed out, I would go short. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably especially if you can get it when it tags that 200-day moving average.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe Random is trying to compete to see who can lose the most.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, Random. You're not going to win that too.
You can't have everything, Random.
You can't win both contests here.
Yeah. Yes.
If you win the biggest loser, you lose the month bet.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, DXC, huh?
And then Random picked that stock that was at $1 and it went to 212.
Oh God, that hasn't happened yet, right?
No. Yeah, wouldn't that be a shame to have looked at the stock chart the weekend before?
God, I don't know. Yeah. And then I would just lose all the rest of my money on trying to follow Random after that.
Yeah, right.
He did it once. He could do it again.
He could do it again. All right. Okay. Random's got DXC. We're sticking with AI. Wow. That's fun. Things are happening.
Things
folks,
are happening.
Thanks for sticking with us through to the end of the episode. That is going to wrap it up. If you come back next week, find out what happened. Maybe we're rich on paper again.
Or maybe we'll be selling shop assets at a discount to try to restock the trading account.
Yes. Everything must go.
We should do that. Anytime we take like a big drawdown on the bet, just do a sale in the shop.
We're having a fire
sale. Yeah, it counts on fire. All right, Dan.
Okay. Yes. So, thanks for sticking around. You've made it to the end. We are closing up shop. Like, share, rate, subscribe.
Share this episode with your friends like you're at a fine tapas restaurant.
And until next time, happy trades.
Bye.
92% of households that join Peloton early in the year are still active a year later.
Yeah, if you like cycling to EDM.
Not just EDM. Try cycling to Broadway hits, take a scenic hike in Iceland on our treadmill, or row to some 80s jams.
Because I have so much free time.
Whether you have 30 minutes or just 5, Peloton can fit any schedule. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton tread, row, or bikes risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks in the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.
I was going to say, spread this episode like it's an STD and you're at an orgy.
Yes.
Like,
a good one.
Spread this, share this episode like you're at an orgy with the clap.
Nice.